What up, Space Fam? Goes in here from AnimeUproar, and I'm back at it again to discuss the latest crazy chapter in the One Punch Man story. You guys have been loving the One Punch Man content, so if you want to keep it coming, you know what to do. Smash that like button, like for real, serious punch it, and share this video with any heroes for fun that you know. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial, hit that notification bell and select all, or you will miss future One Punch Man videos. That's just how it works at this point. And while you wait for the next chapter and video to drop, feel free to check out my growing One Punch Man playlist, where you'll find videos about Blast, about S-Class heroes, Dragon and God level monsters, and more. Link in the description. And also, thank you guys so much. This is the first video I'm going to be uploading since we hit 1 million subscribers. So thank you all. That is amazing. Now, without further ado, let's jump into it, spoilers and all. So when I published the last video, some people said in the comments that I was behind on the manga, which was weird because I covered the latest chapter that dropped on Viz.com. But I looked it up and it turns out Viz published only part of the chapter, and even the chapter after that is out. So here I am, with, as far as I can tell, the latest, most up-to-date chapter, and oh boy, it is a big one. As mentioned, the title Blast actually appeared, and it's huge because it's the most detailed appearance that we've seen of him so far. So make sure to stay tuned for that. But let's start where we left off in the last video as a courtesy to the over 250,000 of you that watched that one. So Tatsumaki was kicking butt, and as I mentioned during the last video, I could see another twist coming, and in fact, in the very next panel, Tatsumaki starts coughing blood, straight up implying that she has reached her limit. She's pushed her body too hard, a lot harder than we've ever seen Saitama pushing himself, that's for sure. Although imagine if we eventually got Saitama pushed so much that he starts coughing blood. That would be so crazy, although chances are it won't happen if the current tone of the show keeps up, and that's fine. We can enjoy Saitama's humor as we enjoy the other S-Class heroes pushing themselves beyond their limits. Fubuki is worried, noticing that there's a disruption in her sister's psychic waves, and Tatsumaki herself wonders if she used too much power at once. And I appreciate this fight because it's not a walk in the park for Tatsumaki. Despite how OP she's always been, she's actually pushing herself here even if she ends up winning, and that's significant in and of itself. Monster Psykos realizes that this is her chance to escape. She creates a cloud of smoke and turns into a monster airplane and starts trying to get away as soon as possible. She wants to regroup, suck more blood from citizens, regain enough power to finish off a clearly not 100% Tatsumaki. Tatsumaki tries to sense her, but Psykos is pretty clever here. She copies Tatsumaki's move and splits her energy in different directions, so Tatsumaki can't tell which one is really her. Psykos thinks that even Terrible Tornado has limits, and that fortune is on her side. But just as it seems like fortunes are turning in shonen manga, that's when you gotta be the most skeptical. Despite what happened to Tatsumaki, she exerts even more power, putting even more strain on herself. I think at this point, we can say she surpassed her limits. I'm not talking about limit breakers here, but this is post coughing up blood, and she manages to create an unbelievably huge psychic barrier so that Psykos can't escape. And that's not all. Tatsumaki has also set it up that the barrier is doubly reinforced as both sides are repelling. Now, if Psykos tries to reverse the flow, she'll get stuck between the barrier walls. And I enjoy seeing the complexities and strategies around psychic powers, since I usually don't watch anime with psychics, so it's new and interesting stuff for me. And yes, I know I totally have to catch up on Mob Psycho 100. Psykos is ticked off and decides that Tatsumaki, who seemed to have already gone beyond her limit, can't possibly do anything other than maintain such a huge barrier, and she shoots at Tatsumaki. It seems to spear her through the heart. But as the page turns, we realize that this was yet another psychic dummy decoy, and Tatsumaki just used it to identify Psykos' location. And just then, Drive Knight makes his way to the scene. He's not dead or in trouble. This very cool robot or cyborg, we're still not sure which, is in the house and ready to kick some butt. I really like Drive Knight, the number 9 ranked S-Class hero. He defeated the dragon level monster Nyan. As we see, it's completely powerless, in Drive Knight's monster container known as the Masher. Any hero who can take out a dragon level threat like that is hype, and things now definitely do not look good for Psykos, who I made the argument could potentially be considered a god level threat since she's a threat to humanity, but she still hasn't been officially classified as one. Again, bad guys in trouble always seem to like talking about how they're superior, and this always happens. We just talked about how Moro did it in Dragon Ball Super, and here Psycho says she's the apex of evolution and Drive Knight shouldn't stand in her way. But he says, in a James Bond clever comeback way, the essence of evolution is conflict. And that is the end of a chapter. However, we will continue since we got access to the next one as well. So, in the cover of the next one, Tatsumaki is looking calm and she says, "I can keep this up forever," implying that the coughing up blood episode is over and she can keep kicking butt. No problem. She's truly terrifying when it comes to her power, and you can see why she's a number 2 S-class hero. The more impressive she is, she also increases the hype for Blast, who must be even stronger if he's number 1. We get a bit of a flashback for Drive Knight, just a 5-minute one. Nothing too important happens in the flashback. Drive Knight wants a monster sample of Psykos, he borrows some energy to refuel, and he makes his way to Tatsumaki and Psykos. We, however, stop with handsomely masked Sweet Mask. His opponent was extremely ugly, Führer ugly in fact, and as a result, all Sweet Mask could do was close his eyes and curl up like a baby. He laments the fact that even though he's so powerful, he still can't defeat ugliness. A pretty hilarious problem for a hero to have. You don't imagine that stopping Batman or Superman. Sweet Mask was saved, taken out like the other S-class heroes by Tatsumaki, and now he thinks all the S-class heroes are looking down on him and he's an A-class hero. He's got a big ego, so he just wants them to feel envy. But then, to drive the final nail in the coffin of his confidence, Child Emperor tells him that he doesn't seem in good shape, so he can stay in the rear guard and take a break. Imagine feeling the most shame you can imagine for feeling weak, and then a kid comes along and is like, "Yeah, we'll take care of the fighting, don't worry about it." You can imagine Sweet Mask is not feeling good right now. Sweet Mask values appearances above all else, so this is the biggest nightmare for him. He fears that everyone heard his conversation with Tatsumaki when he was begging for help and for someone to take on his monster for him. At that point, Tatsumaki straight up said that he shouldn't have come down if he can't handle one monster like that, and she added that helping him could cost the mission. Führer Ugly made Sweet Mask seem useless, and he wants to cover up this disgrace so it won't tarnish his position as an idol hero. He's so warped that he's considering killing the S-class heroes from behind at some point when he gets the chance, so they won't be able to spread the word of how he acted, and then he plans to blame it on monsters. Sweet Mask in this sense is the anti-Saitama. Saitama is a hero for fun, not too concerned with appearances, while Sweet Mask is just a hero for position and reputation and is willing to act like a villain if it means keeping that reputation safe. But then the hype moment happens. Sweet Mask, it seems, remembers a flashback to Blast, and if I'm not mistaken, this is the most detailed image of Blast we got so far. His uniform is cool, and his spiky hairdo is too. He tells Sweet Mask it'll be fine now after he apparently killed a monster, saving him. Again, the hype around Blast is so real. He seems to have saved so many people in the past that went on to become strong fighters, and he encouraged them and had such a profound effect on them. And he even has Blast written on his uniform, so we can't mistake him for someone else. Very convenient. And this memory, along with Sweet Mask slamming his head into a rock, helps him snap out of his monstrous mood, and he appears to calm down. As Ian checks if he's okay, Sweet Mask says he almost forgot the fundamentals of fashion, and that would be self-control. He says his outfit isn't matching that well today, and Ian asks if that's why he's in pain. Such a hilarious reason to be in pain, by the way. But as webcomic readers know, there's more to the story than that, but I won't spoil it for manga onlys at this point. And that is it. We should be totally caught up with what's available right now as far as the manga goes. Sweet Mask was looking very cool walking onwards after remembering Blast. Things are really moving forward in the story now. Having read the webcomic, I know we are in for some epic fights, and now we got all the S-class heroes regrouping, including Sweet Mask. Can't wait to see what happens next, and even as a webcomic reader, I really enjoy the manga because a lot more is added in, including many more details, not to mention the drawings are absolutely absolutely beautiful. They really are. Let me know what you're thinking about the One Punch Man manga right now. Drop any theories you have about Blast in the comments. I'd like to make a video on like some of the best theories, so that would be cool. Bit by bit, we are learning more about him, and if you want to, you can check out my Blast video, link in the description, if you want to see everything we know about him so far. And that includes the webcomic info, which is much ahead of the manga. If you did enjoy this One Punch Man video and want to see more One Punch Man on this channel, make sure to smash that like button, turn it blue, and share this video with any heroes for fun that you know. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial. Hit that notification bell and select all, or you will miss future One Punch Man videos. And as we wait for the new chapters to drop, feel free to check out my growing One Punch Man playlist, where you'll find videos about Blast, about S-Class heroes, Dragon and God level monsters, and more. Link in the description. And once again, thank you so much for 1 million subscribers. It really is a dream come true. And I especially want to thank the patron squad over on Patreon and here on YouTube who help make videos like this one possible. First and foremost, I want to thank the patrons of legend, the ones acknowledged by Lord Twigo himself, Alpha Sigma, and Liam Thompson. And are the 1-tier patrons, the ones who stand atop all clans, Ingrata, The World, Acquire Respect, Pate Hefa, Jonathan King, Rathuan De Aura, Red Haired Raven, Emperor Otaku, Thomas Jones, Kinmano, Admirath, and Christopher Torley. And our Pro Hero tier patrons, the one and only Gilgamesh, who's the current most donated overall champion of the world, Nothing But a Fan, Steelers, Anatoly Kazatsky, Cricket XP, Joe Stanton, Very Gucci, Jessica Califon, Alicia Actor, Hinokami and Water, Bonnie Parks, Florian, Joanne Garcia, Mick Seamus, Deadly Saint, and High School DxD 73. Thank you all so much. If you do enjoy our work, you can support more of it by going over to patreon.com/AnimeUproar and becoming a patron today for as little as $1. If you do so, you'll get your name featured in future videos alongside these amazing people right here, and you'll even get access to our private patron-only Discord where we talk about anime life and of course thank memes. So check out patreon.com/AnimeUproar, link in the description if you're interested. You can also join the YouTube channel by clicking that blue join button next to the subscribe button that you've hopefully already destroyed. So yeah, you can support more content that way if you prefer. Whichever way you choose to support us, you can get the same great benefits. Thanks again, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys!